Plaintiff Tiffany Taylor Hurd is suing her ex-girlfriend for her share of an eviction judgment. Tiffany admits that she started a relationship with the defendant while she was still married to her husband. But Tiffany believes the defendant cheated on her with her ex-girlfriend. Defendant Amelia Johnson denies cheating on Tiffany. In fact, she claims the only time she ever cheated was when she was unfaithful to her ex-girlfriend with Tiffany.
All right, Tiffany is suing her ex-girlfriend for her share of an eviction judgment. All right, Tiffany, state your case.
Well, I've been married for about 4 years to my husband, Antonio. And I mentioned to him during our marriage that I wanted to bring someone else into the relationship, a woman. And during that time, I was working with Amelia and her girlfriend. We were all co-workers. So shortly after that, Amelia and I developed a friendship. And after that, it turned into a little more. We started having a fling after Valentine's Day.
So you're married at the time?
Yes. I mean, I felt bad about it, but I pretty much got tired of being ignored at home and basically competing for affection with my husband's game system.
With his game system? Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
With his Xbox. I just felt,
He may have been playing games, but you were playing around.
I understand that. So after we had a fling after Valentine's Day.
You had the fling on Valentine's Day?
No. Well, it was a little after, a couple of days after. Because we were still, with our partners, whatever.
Was your partner a man or a woman?
Mine was a lady, a woman.
Lady. Okay.
Okay, so in June of 2008, we decided to move in together, Amelia and I. That's around the time that she allegedly broke up with her girlfriend, Amanda.
And you're divorcing your husband at this point?
We were talking about it.
So you just moved out without divorcing him?
I mean, we had a fight and he was pretty much upset with me and embarrassed about it.
He knew about Amelia?
A little bit afterwards, he knew about her.
Okay.
After that, after we moved in June of 2008, I believe, Amelia lost her job right before she went on a trip to Boston. And during her trip in Boston, her ex-girlfriend, well, supposed to be ex-girlfriend, Amanda, was telling me that Amelia was flirting with her and sending her text messages and picture messages. And so Amanda and I got together and I used Amanda's phone to text Amelia while she was out of town. And she thought it was Amanda, but it was really me. And basically she was pretty much cheating and leading her on still.
You cheating on her?
Was I cheating on her? No, Your Honor, I wasn't.
So what's with this text messaging to Amanda?
Well, me and my ex we're still friends. We still have been friends.
What'd the text say?
Yeah.
Just different, sending like pictures of everywhere she was going while she was up there.
I sent pictures from when I went to an aquarium. I was sending it for my godson.
You don't like this, but
not just the aquarium and just, different stuff like, oh, well, I miss you and stuff like that.
That's not true.
It is.
It's not. But
all right. So why is Amanda talking to her?
That's a good question. To tell you the truth.
I thought you're still friends with Amanda, right? Sending her pictures, ask Amanda.
Amanda, we all worked together, but her and Amanda ended up kind of being friends, I guess, while I was gone in Boston. Because beforehand, they really never hung out. They didn't hang out until I left to go to Boston.
Okay. Yeah. So?
Amanda was telling me that when Amelia and I first got together, that they were still sleeping together.
Well, that's a shock. Before you first got together, or when you first got together?
First got together.
Well, you were still married to the other guy. What do you care? Let me fill you in on something. Mm-hmm. This is how it goes. You got couple one over here, couple two over here. Half of this couple and half of this couple are eyeballing each other. What makes you think that either one of you are going to be honest with each other until you get out of those the original relationships? You're testing the waters. You're not leaving him yet. She's not leaving Amanda yet.
But we said we had. And that's why we moved in.
You're both together. Lying. You both deserve each other.
No, I wasn't lying. I didn't lie.
No, you did all this because your husband was playing an Xbox game?
No, not just the Xbox. That's just like my final
But had you ever had a lesbian experience
Never.
before?
It was something that I thought about as I was younger, as a teenager, but it's something I just never ventured into. And then meeting her and working with her, it was like the opportunity was there. So I went for it.
Bi-curious blues, and in walks Amelia. Okay.
I guess that's what you could call it.
What's your version of this?
When I first met Tiffany, I thought she was a nice, beautiful lady.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful. I had never, ever cheated on Amanda before up until Tiffany. She was different from what I was used to. Then on top of that, with me being the first lesbian relationship was kind of like an ego booster for me.
It's an ego booster?
Yeah, an ego booster.
Get some highlights. That'll boost your ego too. It's married. True.
But it was, I mean,
Okay,
it's like taking a virgin's virginity almost for me. Not like that. Not like that. I mean, a virgin as far as in the lesbian lifestyle.
Okay, so you like Tiffany.
Yeah, I like Tiffany.
So why is she suing you now?
She's suing me because of the time frame when we were staying together in the townhome.
What happened?
We were staying together, and like she said, we moved in together around June of 2008. And within that time frame, and I ended up getting my car repoed. I ended up...
Why, did you lose your job?
Well, yes, I lost my job.
Why?
The job was doing a big downside, and this is when the economy was going down. So my money was very tight. It came time for us to basically have to leave the apartment, and she was just out basically hanging out with her friends.
Where's Amanda?
At this time, Amanda was no longer there. Amanda.
Sorry?
Am I sorry? I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Okay. Because me and Amanda, like I said, we are still friends.
Who are you with now?
I'm with my husband now.
Okay, all is well?
All is well. He's more open to the idea of bringing someone else into the bedroom. Not, every day or anything, but...
A couple times a week?
Maybe, every blue moon or something, just to spice things up a little bit.
You don't know what to say, do you, Doug?
Judge, I don't know what to say.
All right. When was the last time you two were together?
Together back in April.
I don't think it was in April. I think it was a little before that, actually.
Not since?
No.
No, she's...
Look at you. Are you looking at me like that, Your Honor?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking no way.
You're not looking? I'm not looking then. All right. So you're suing her. Why are you suing her?
Well, we got evicted in October
You got evicted.
2008. I was working at Wendy's part-time and going to school full-time. And the landlords, they knew that she wasn't working. So they filed the eviction notice to us both. And we both appeared. And we had a judgment against both of us.
How much? How much the judgment?
The judgment was for $24,8834.
$24,8834, and you are suing her for
half of that, minus $140 that she gave me towards her half of it.
So you're suing her for $1,105.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Because I had, when they were garnishing her wages,
right,
I had made a promise to her to basically whatever they was garnishing out of her wages, right, I would replace it with half. So, they're taking $75 out. I was giving her $35.
So you don't deny that you owe her half of this judgment?
I don't deny that I owe her half of it.
So why aren't you paying?
I don't think personally, I don't feel like I owe it to her because it hasn't been paid off in full to the landlord. And she's not also in the agreement that I written up. I stated that if she was not working and her wages wasn't getting garnished, I was going to stop making payments to her. And
really?
Yes.
Did you have an agreement?
Yeah, I have a promissory note.
That's very interesting. That's a very unusual protective clause. This letter is in regards to the judgment made against Tiffany. According to the judgment, Tiffany's garnished $75 biweekly until the $2,488 is paid. Our arrangement was that we would split the judgment in half. Therefore, I will pay $35 biweekly toward my portion of the judgment, which is $1,244. In the event Tiffany is no longer employed or paying off the balance, I will discontinue my payments to Tiffany until she continues paying. That's
Exactly.
rather unusual. The judgment was issued against you when it was rendered against you.
No, the judgment from the eviction hearing
Yes.
was against both of us. We both appeared.
Right.
But then they took that paperwork and went to the garnishment division since she
went to
wasn't
you.
working.
Since she wasn't working. I
Yeah.
understand that.
And so I filed a paper with the court asking them to split it in half.
Right.
And the judge told me that the landlords, they didn't have to split it and that it would be up to me to take her to court to get my half of it.
Have you paid for more than your share?
I'm not sure. They were just garnishing my wages for like 70 something every paycheck.
Yeah, but how much have you paid for more than your share?
I'm not sure.
But what she wants to make sure of is that if she pays the money to you, that it's
My name
credited
is
against
clear.
the judgment so she's protected.
Okay.
All right. You don't go after her and say, pay my judgment because they're going to be coming after me. Because at the end of the day, maybe they'll decide to go after her and get a judgment.
That's what I'm scared of.
What you need to do is go back to the court that issued the judgment if you want to sue her and have her take responsibility for half of the judgment. I'm dismissing this without prejudice. File it again. You've got to show that you paid more than your share. You get it?
I don't think it's fair.
It isn't fair, but that's the way the law is written because you're jointly and severally liable. And under the law, the landlord went against you. And under the law, you can't go against her until you pay more than your share. So ordered.
I don't know. If she pays me for the half, then I could see us possibly trying to be friends again.
Once I pay her, I'll see if I still want to be her friend.